Former UFC middleweight and light heavyweight title challenger Chael Sonnen has called for Khamzat Chimaev to take on rising star Bo Nickal this year. Chimaev, 30, has established himself as one of the biggest stars in the sport since making his UFC debut back in 2020. The undefeated phenom has already defeated the likes of Gilbert Burns, Holland and Kamaru Usman. Borz has spent a lot of time jumping up and down the welterweight and middleweight divisions. However, it appears as if the 185 pounds weight class is the one he can finally call home. In the toughest test of his career back in October, Chimaev sensationally submitted former champion Robert Whittaker in the first round. While the win seemingly booked Borz a shot at the title next, the UFC opted to take a different approach. After announcing a rematch between Dricus du Plessis and Sean Strickland, with Chimaev having to wait a little longer for his crack at the gold strap, Sonnen believes the 30-year-old should test himself against Nickal in what is his must-see fight of 2025. While the American is still yet to be ranked in the top 15 at middleweight, the 28-year-old stock continues to rise every time he steps foot inside the cage. The undefeated prospect secured the biggest win of his career in November, scoring a decision win over Paul Craig. On the latest episode of Good Guy/Bad Guy, Sonnen, speaking with Daniel Cormier, has shared his bold predictions for 2025. Regarding a potential fight between Chimaev and Nickal, the former UFC star said, "I've got to get to Bo Nickal and Khamzat Chimaev next year. I can't keep these guys separated forever. We're told that we don't get to see this fight because of the discrepancy in the ranking. But those two have been aligned from Jump Street." He added, "We don't have to adhere to the rankings as a way to avoid fights. I don't know why we're keeping them apart. Make the fights that you can make while you can make them. A fight with Nickal or a showdown with the winner of du Plessis and Strickland will likely take place in America." Borz hasn't fought in the States since his win over Holland in 2022. Last year, Karim Zaidan confirmed that Chimaev's issues entering America are due to his close relationship with the Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov. Zaidan wrote the following on his Substack, multiple sources familiar with the matter, speaking to Sports Politica on the condition of anonymity, suggested that the UFC fighter's visa troubles stem, at least partially, from his association with the dictator. In an interview with Kevin Iole, when asked whether he was allowed to compete in America, Chimaev replied, "Of course." In a separate chat with CBS Sports' Shaquille Majuri, the undefeated star claimed that factors including injury and timing were why fans haven't seen him compete in the United States. "I don't think it would be a problem, there's a lot of things being said. I've been in the US and can come to the US. But, a lot of things have happened in my life. Being sick, having surgeries, so that's why I've not been fighting there like before."